Hey everyone, Ezor here. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Path of Exile. Now this one was originally released for the PC, and I think it was in beta for like ever. And I originally played it probably about like 2 years ago or so. It kind of plays like a Diablo dungeon crawler kind of thing. It's pretty fun, but I didn't necessarily love it as much as my other friends did, but it just was released for the Xbox for free, so I figured I'd try it out, see how it played on this. So, here we go.
By the divine authority of the Templar, you are hereby exiled to the forsaken shores of Reichlast. You have transgressed against God and consorted with sin. Find your redemption, exile, or die in the attempt.
Alright, so you have your different classes. I think the only difference is that it starts with where you are, and like they all share one big sphere kind of thing. Alright, I think I'm gonna do Marauder. I usually do melee right off the bat.
Do you think you are savage enough to... Reichlast offers you something else. An education in true savagery.
Here we start.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway.
I don't actually care. Oh, okay, and apparently he's dead.
The dead should remember their place.
Okay. Alright, so the whole thing about this game is that you get different abilities in the forms of gems, and then you're able to combine them with other things. So like for the example there, I got a heavy strike now, so I can use my heavy strike. Sorry, I gotta figure out how the heck I'm doing this. Okay, so that's the close button. Skill is not equipped and can be used with the X. Can be changed by pressing right stick. Oh, okay. So I can choose to remap it if I want to, but I'll leave it at that. So that requires mana, so I can't exactly rush through it. Yeah, depending on what class you are, it depends on what you get for a starting gem and stuff like that. Left bumper to use a life flask. Okay. Will those refill over time, or is it just as simple as you have to find them? I don't know. It's been a while. Oh, and apparently I put that on. And I put on an iron hat. Okay. Now there's accuracy, so that's probably why I'm not doing anything sometimes. Alright, so there's the map. I think as far as skills go, the more you use them, the more experience they get, and then they level up. So they do more damage and stuff like that later. Okay, well. Alright, yeah, it looks like the flasks do regenerate. Sorry so if it sounds like I'm at the races, my cats are kind of going crazy. Alright, so here... Nine armor, but nothing on it, so I'm gonna put on that, because it's something. Doesn't really matter too much. And then... There we go. So here's the thing I was talking about. This is... I call it the sphere grid because Final Fantasy X did it, where depending on where you are is where you start. So for example, I'm over here, so this is where the Marauder starts. But like if you look to the north, this is going to be something else entirely. And then another one would start up here, and then another one would start right there, and so on and so forth. So each node does something. As I level, you also get some extra skill points from doing other stuff. I think what's really cool about this game was that it always did percentage-based things. So, for example, if you look here, if I were to get this one, I'd do 16 of max life and 16% increased melee physical damage. So that's just a guaranteed, no matter what, I always do 16% more. 10 to strength, so on and so forth. So that's kind of what was really cool about it. The one thing I don't like, at least I didn't like, is that we always did, when we played, it's like you only ever got so many points, so you always play with a certain character, always. That's the one thing I hated, was the fact that there was only a couple of things that were actually good. Like there was 3 classes that were like, don't even bother playing them because they're not good. So I'm hoping they fix that. But I guess we'll find out. Looks better than it did on my computer, but the computer's not that strong, so there's that. Alright, so there was another gem. Alright, so it's like the support. I have to socket it with something else. So I socket it with this. So, like I said, when I hit X, I do this, and you can see it's leveling up to 26. But then here, attacks. Every third time you use a supporter's attack, so that skill will be more powerful. So every third time I do heavy strike, it does more damage. So that's kind of like the claim to fame with this, is the materia system is what I call it, because that's kind of what they did for Final Fantasy VII was materia. Figure out what kind of class I want to be. I don't know if I want to be like dual wielding and going crazy, or if I want to have the shield, but yeah, so let's try this. Wow, I really cannot hit shit at all. Alright, so bumper for mana. I think the potions too do stuff, so depending on what you do. There. Just pick everything up, I always do. Open the passive skill tree, so like I said, there you go. So now you have to decide where I want to do, because in order to unlock everything else, I need to be able to do stuff. So I'm kind of having a plan and going, okay, here's what I want to go for. If I remember right, life regen was pretty huge. But so is that extra damage. So like I said, that passive damage is just massive. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the increase physical melee. The only problem is that I don't. Whatever. I'm just gonna do that. If I have to relocate later, I will. Alright. I'm just gonna try stuff out. There, flask refill when you enter a town. It's good to know.
Beliefs.
Okay.
Practicing medicine without qualification.
Talamoana, marauder of Namakanui. No need to be surprised, Karui. My father and I were among those who tried to save your people from ignorance and damnation. My father paid for his arrogance with his life. I'm still... Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours.
Alright, so there's no currency itself. You only trade for goods. So for example, I'm going to sell this wand. She's going to offer me a scrap of wisdom. Which every 5 becomes a scroll of wisdom, which lets me identify something, so... I'm gonna sell all that stuff because it's not worth it. I already have better you, and better you. It's 29 for you, that's 18, so I'm actually gonna not sell you yet. Alright, so I need to identify you. Yeah, so I'm gonna trade. I need to put you on then. And then I need to identify you. Alright.
There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my merry go ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary.
Sorry, my cats are kind of going crazy. Anyway. Oh, hey! I guess there's a actual board now for trading.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, forget I asked. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here, got something for you. Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards. Don't bother thanking me. The way I figure it, the longer we fighters live, the longer...
Alright, so there. Skill gems will be placed in sockets of the appropriate colors to create skills. You can remove it from a socket at any time. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm actually going to take Molten Strike. Yeah, so I can choose to buy things for Scroll of Wisdom 2. Then you have Armor Scrap, which increases, yeah. So you just have to kind of watch and see for whatever the things that are, because you can't, like here, this is 2 red ones that are combined. I suppose that one is 2. You just need to be very, very careful. That's the biggest problem I always have with the sell items. Sell you. Oh,
Welcome.
wrong button. All right. I'm gonna sock it into my helmet. Yeah. We keep going for the coast. Yeah, so biggest thing with this game is just it's a dungeon crawler, but it's not the opportunities are almost endless. So you can pretty much combine any of the support gems with any of the other gems, and that's where a lot of the fun comes in,
I am
from what I've been told.
by living corpses, dying Moriathans.
Oh, cool. And there's been a lot of changes from when I had played it. Like I said, I played it about 2 years ago, so it'll be really interesting to just kind of see how everything goes. But I'm going to call it there. Hopefully you guys like it. If you guys do, go ahead and give me a like, leave a comment down below. If you like Let's Plays and achievement videos, it's kind of what I do, along with some reviews and other silly stuff. So I'm going to give me a subscribe. That would really help me out. And yeah, until next time, guys, keep your story going.